I'll bring up our next speaker. He is Professor Kingsley Moghalu, and he will come up. He will come up right after this short video.
I should wait. Okay, I should wait. Huh? Okay.
Professor Kingsley Moghalu. Professor Moghalu is a professor of practice in international business and public policy at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University. He is a global leader widely known for his significant contributions across the academia, economic policy, banking and finance, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, law and diplomacy. Notable among his several appointments was his service with the United Nations from 1992 to 2008, and also served as the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria from 2009 to 2014, which he led to the execution of extensive reforms in the Nigerian banking system after the global financial crisis. Professor Moghalu is the recipient of several honors, including the Nigerian National Honor of the Officer of the Order of Niger, OON, Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, FCIB.
Good morning. Thank you most dearly to the visionary Poju Oyemade and the Covenant Center for the boldness, for the courage, for the clarity of purpose that has led the platform to become Nigeria's most influential festival of ideas. I am amazed, I am impressed by the gathering this morning. I am almost intimidated, and that is a very rare thing. I am certainly inspired. Thank you for inviting me, Pastor Poch. I am here with a message for my countrymen and women. And my heart is warmed up and fired up. And as someone we're familiar with would say, fired up, ready to go. So let's get right into it. You see, we as Nigerians have become very good at managing. We just manage. We have become extremely good at it. And no one should blame us. Because to be honest, we have believed and believed so many times. And we have been disappointed so many times. We have invested hopes and dreams in people. We have gone on strike several times. We have marched on the streets on several occasions. We have shut down this country on many occasions, and yet we have been disappointed sorely. So we have learned to lower our expectations, and this is what Pastor Poju opened with. We have learned to lower our expectations. We have learned to dream in black and white when the rest of the world is dreaming in color. We have learned that we don't deserve nice things, that the things we truly want are not really possible. We have tried too many times and failed too many times that we believe that the problem is that we are actually trying too hard. Let's just manage what we have. Let's manage the recovery of 165 girls. It is impossible to get back all the 265. Let's manage a president who is not personally corrupt. It could have been worse. let's manage the governor that promises a few flyovers but chases poor people out of our cities as if they are not human beings. That's the cost. That's the cost of development. Let's pretend that 60% of our federal revenue is not going to maintaining just 1 million people. After all, they haven't killed anyone. Let's manage the one we have, we tell ourselves, because we can't really get what we truly want. We are always very angry about many of our leaders. They take us for a ride. They jump out of police vehicles to mock our justice system. They insult our youth, calling them lazy. They call our youth lazy, but they spend more time in hospital than in their duty post. They insult our intelligence, claiming that they are fighting corruption. We are angry at them because they steal our agency and they steal our hopes. They steal our capacity to imagine. But do you know something? Do you know something? These leaders are laughing. They laugh. Why are they laughing? They are laughing because they know that no matter how angry we are, they are almost certain that nothing will change. They are sure because they know that in their heart of hearts and in our heart of hearts, we truly don't believe that Nigeria will change. They think we don't believe it. We are condemned by our conviction that this is how things will always be. These guys think this way. And so for them, the party will never be over. When I chose to run for the highest office in Nigeria, the presidency, I knew that this was my primary challenge. This manage it syndrome. An attitude that is simply sadness. We are sad, but we mask our sadness as worldly wisdom and cynicism. That way we appear to be sage, we appear to be wise, but we are just truly sad. How do you convince people to believe the only one thing that has ever been true in the history of humanity? That there is no force more powerful than a people who have decided that enough is truly enough. There is no more powerful force on earth than a people who have decided that we have had enough. We should have had enough by now. And I say that that's what I thought was my primary task when I decided to contest for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have done it before. In 2011, we elected a president from a minority ethnic group. Nobody thought it was possible. In 2015, an incumbent president was defeated. The opposition came to power in a country where we believe that those who are in power can never be removed from it, except they die or they choose to leave. It has happened before. Over the past few months, I have been going around Nigeria. I've gone to Benue, I've gone to Kano, I've gone to Nnewi, I've gone to Abeokuta, and so many other places, talking to Nigerians to listen very carefully. And this is what I have heard. And I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is stopping us from getting the exact kind of leadership that we want. Nothing, nothing. We are ready, we are able, we are clear. We just don't believe that it can happen. We just don't believe that it is possible to get the kind of leadership we so desperately need in this country. That's what I heard in Kano.